Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Monster Movie Night. With me is Admiral Teague. How you doing, Teague?
I'm terrified. We're going to see the creature that inspired the Shape of Water forgettable creature that was a memorable creature in a terribly forgettable movie.
Yeah, those best pictures happen to have a habit of just being very forgettable the last 20 years or so.
Yeah, looking back, I'm trying to remember any that stood out, and it's like, didn't something as terrible as Interstellar win one? Hasn't Anne Hathaway been in two and have one personal Academy Award movies? Right? She's been in two movies that won them, and she has one personally for not Tale of Two Cities. Les Miserables, which we were just talking about.
Yeah. And we got
Before
people
every
with us. Oh, go
Hello,
ahead.
everybody. I was going to say before every show, Germ and I sing all the songs from Les Miserables. That's how we get ready. Hello, buddy. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim, and hello, buddy. It's the emoji.
You haven't lived until you've heard Germ sing "Master of the House" in the original Klingon.
Yes, it's very moving, if I do say so myself.
And of course, I sing "Somewhere Out There," but I cry a little while I sing it, so it sounds emotional, like when Eponine sings it in the play. But we have here a less classic love story. This is about a monster who loves a chick. And it's kind of like always gets mentioned with The Thing. I don't know if it was dropped the same year or people feel there's a connection or these are both Red Scare monster movies. I just don't know what to tell you about that one.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit more
Thing?
famous. This is part of the Universal Monster universe.
So it's a Paramount
And
picture.
Universal International originally.
Right? But I think the Paramount acquisition of Universal is going down very well. And I don't think it's the first time they've been combined either. I think that
No,
I think they were wrapped together before during Enterprise, which is why they watch all those monster movies like The Wolfman.
yeah, it's not as classic of a monster as Wolfman, Dracula, or the Mummy, but managed to worm his way into the group.
He's one of the most classic looking and recognizable. He's absolutely amazing looking. This is not the kind of makeup job you expect from the 1920s. And it's the 1950s, so of course it's better than that, right? What is it, like 1956, this movie?
54.
All right, and it's going a lot further than Thing from Another Planet, where it's just a shadowy presence, right? That the original Thing, the movie that spawns the other Thing, that movie just is. It's a guy who's shadowy, right? I mean, that's the only way to put it.
The original thing is, let's just say, left to the imagination. They didn't quite have the budget or the technology that the Kurt Russell version had.
No, or the Vision. This movie also, I think, like Thing from Another Planet, we have an overprotective guy out of nowhere who just drops like down fully in love with the scientist's hot daughter. Do we have that trope going on?
Yeah, the conveniently only attractive woman in the party, the monster happens to fall in love
It's
with.
the only woman, right? It's not like there's an ugly one he passes on, is there?
I don't remember that part. I was looking at the
We're gonna
cast
find
list.
out together.
I really didn't get past Julie Adams.
Is there anyone we'll recognize in this? Like, is there something weird, like Mr. Hal as the hero or something? Yes,
Richard
James
Person
Arness.
and Julie Adams are the stars, and
I remember Richard Person. I know that name. He has a real personal touch to his acting. Thing for Another World is actually James Arness. That I knew. It's Smaug from Rankin Bass. Marshall Dillon from Gunsmoke is his other role, yeah. His big role. Let's face it, Gunsmoke was big and had like 4 or 5 spin offs. But was not a shared world with Bonanza. Is your
oh, that's
favorite?
nice.
Cool. How long is this one?
This one is about an hour and 19 minutes.
Ah, I love it. The perfect monster movie runtime. Ladies and
Let's get this
gentlemen,
started.
grab your popcorn. Now, I'm familiar with Juneteenth, Black Friday, but this Black Lagoon, do I have to celebrate again, Germ?
No, I think it's okay.
Shouldn't it be called Creature from the Diverse Lagoon?
No, this is the 50s. You can say the word black. You get the nice classic intro. Why don't they do this anymore? Get all the credits out of the way and then go right into the movie. Sounds like the beginning of a school video they once showed me. Very nice helicopter shot for 1954. He had dug up his uncle and now he's upset. Pretty good camera work. That's actually quite sophisticated scuba equipment for 1954.
Germ, I wasn't totally serious about this one, but when she started talking, she did have a New York accent.
A little bit.
She's got a Northeast accent. Maybe she's from Jersey, maybe she's from Mass, but I like your banner. I've seen that wording somewhere before. I guess you have decided that's actually a decent idea.
Well, yeah, you're the one who wrote that banner.
Oh, that's right. I did write this one. I totally forgot. It does help your analytic. I like how there's a rear projection movie screen of an aquarium where there's aquarium should be.
Well, they had to use that underwater footage as much as they could.
That guy with the pipe looks familiar, and I would just say this chick is sort of a poor man's Lauren Bacall. Is that fucking Colonel Potter?
No,
The
I
hair's
don't believe
wrong.
so.
I think Colonel Potter would have had darker hair. They really just they didn't have a bunch of money, huh? They're gonna reuse that shot again so soon.
Well, they have to reuse a lot of these shots because these are groundbreaking for 1954.
No, you can see it's not easy to make it, but tell me this guy isn't like they didn't look at this guy and say this is what we want Albert Molina to look like in Raiders. You throw me the idol, I throw you the whip. That wasn't the worst idea, was it?
No?
Did he realize he could just run through the back of the fabric tent and he didn't have to stand there? The monster's kill move is pretty nasty. What is it, just crushes your face? This boat is lit, named after a lovely meter maid, Germ. What do you think, Florida? He looks like Gabriel Lorca, doesn't he?
A little bit.
The guy on the left, tell me he doesn't look like the captain from Star Trek Discovery, right? Is that his real name or is that his Star Trek name? It's his real name, right?
I think so.
The guy from Death of Stalin?
Oh, all this is in California and Universal Studios.
There's swamps in California. It looks like Florida, you know what I mean? I mean, that's my East Coast point of reference. See, look. There's one of those those giant Floridian squirrels.
The underwater scenes, including the television with the fish on it.
All California?
From Wacala Springs State Park and Silver Spring State Park in Florida.
Oh, see, I was right. And I've been to that state park. This is where they filmed Tarzan, Germ. There are native small like apes there. They got loose during the filming of Tarzan. Every once in a while, one of them makes it to Orlando and like eats someone's face while they're high on meth rolling in the street because there's a lot of that in Orlando. You know how weird it was to come home one day and see the cops shooting a monkey off the top of my telephone pole by my house?
Yeah, that would be inconvenient.
Well, I was like, why wouldn't you trank it? And they're like, it's going to fall 50 feet, sir. It was a little irresponsible for them to use the Bushmaster on it. They basically stung it to death, but they got rid of it. All right, so we're back in California for this, maybe, or what do you think? They did like a 1 week shoot in like Central Florida?
Yeah, something like that.
It's weird how unmistakably filthy and awful that swamp is that I would nail it. I didn't just nail the swamp, I nailed the swamp region. I almost died driving through this swamp. There's a huge fucking forest fire on the side of the road. How could the creature know to be disappointed? This actress is pretty hot, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
You know, I just point out if she's still around, both of us have a pretty good chance now. Won't she be about 85, 89?
Something like that.
Shatner probably dates her.
Shatner dated everybody.
I'm not going to lie, if he DM'd me tomorrow and wanted to start a relationship that was sexual, I'd consider it. He's still William Shatner, right?
Yeah, you can talk pretty much anybody into anything.
It's like Zap Brannigan. It's like, all right, yeah, you're William Shatner. It's not my thing, but for you, sure. Why are they upset like they failed? They have a huge chunk of this creature. And in 60 years, someone will do a DNA analysis on it. Isn't a lagoon only possible on a volcanic island at sea?
That I'm not sure of.
Might be an atoll.
Yeah, sure. Captain gives you a ominous warning about a paradise that no one comes back from. Say, oh yeah, let's go.
Dude, that is right out of Jurassic Park. We have a bling gun. If they keep with the Jurassic Park trope, the bling gun owner will die without using it. So I just checked it out, by the way, Jerm. Lagoons are a large body of water separated from a larger body of water by sandbars or natural barriers. They can be brackish or even fresh water.
Yeah, that would seem to fit this.
Well, it's the exact lagoon I thought it was. It's the Indian River Lagoon in Florida. They're like one of the world's most biodiverse ecosystems are in lagoons. So this movie was well thought out. Hear the escaped monkeys from Tarzan? What kind of stupid comment is that from the chick? They don't even call it a scuba tank. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus hasn't been coined yet, Germ. He called it an aqua lung.
Yeah, it was only invented a couple years before this.
No, you're right. I mean, we're incredibly cutting edge on the diving equipment. Which, by the way, makes me think it's probably fake, right? I almost feel like this was not written by an English speaker. Let's see if he uses these. All right, yeah, they match. Maybe they're real. All right, yeah, we had to have working ones for this. Okay. They changed after they got in the water, though. Instead of side by side tanks, they've turned into one tank. Did you notice that?
The one guy has a double tank, the other guy has a single tank.
Let's see if there's continuity between them. We have only seen the lighter haired guy.
You're not going to see a lot of shots of both of them down there.
One guy's
Because,
filming the other. They only had They only had two tanks, right?
well, they didn't have many tanks, and it was rather dangerous to film. So they didn't like to
Oh,
do it
this
two at a
this
time.
this whole operation is absolutely psychotic. What they're doing to make this movie is death-defying. Like, these actors are taking a pretty big chance with cutting edge at the time technology. I mean, would I have filled mine up with nitrous? Maybe. There's both of them. And the tanks are consistent. Grab some rocks for the kooky old professor, you assholes.
They did their research. It's a nice quick look at the monster.
Dude, she totally has an Upper West Side kind of society voice.
Well, she's doing a good job faking it. She's from Arkansas.
Yeah, she's trying to talk like a New Yorker. Well, she's trying to talk like a city person. She don't sound like she's from Arkansas either. They had TV by this time. She knew how to fake an accent. She's an actress, right?
Yeah.
Does she do any other shit?
Well,
Whoa.
I'm sure.
Hello.
There are two actors who played Gilman, one for the underwater and another for the land. The underwater actor did not have scuba gear and had to hold his breath in the scenes.
And then surface and then pull the mask off and then take a breath. Do you think he got yelled at for pulling the mask off too vigorously when he was trying not to die?
Oh, I'm sure.
There might not have been anyone in the suit for that one. Wow. Wow. Look at him go,
suit.
Germ. It kind of works for the swimming too.
Yeah.
I think they integrated real diving flippers. Look at that. I mean, he almost died filming this, but look what he gets to stare, like right into her beauty. I'm guessing that right beyond the camera, there's an oxygen hose that he's going to grab. That's crazy. I can't hold my breath as long as I just watch this guy do it for. Do you think they slowed the camera down?
They may have, but he may just
Actually,
be a good athlete.
You know what? Honestly, they can't. The bubbles will give it away. I'm just looking at the notes for this movie. They said that the crew went missing one night while they had a change in divers. I think they buried one guy in the woods. What do you think, Jer?
Always possible.
Ooh, he's got a foot fetish. It's like 1956. Can you imagine the directors? All right, Toots, jump in the water. Are you? Hey, stupid bitch! Have you ever heard of fucking alligators? They have both.
In the Amazon, alligators, crocodiles, snakes, piranhas, Gilman.
Gilman, yes. They really ripped a lot of this off from Shape of Water, huh? He had to hold his fucking breath?
I'm sure they did dozens and dozens of takes to work them together.
Somewhere down there, there's like an oxygen tank just in case things go wrong. I hope too. Whoa. It could easily be an alligator. That would be my first guess. How about you, Germ?
Yeah, alligator, anaconda.
I think I'll just start rapidly firing a weapon at the bubbles. What do you think? Good policy? Guess the movie would end here, though.
Oh, they probably know that until it surfaces that gunshot's pretty useless.
It makes a statement, though. This is Gilman shit. Why wouldn't it be bleeding? It's the tip of the Gilman's finger.
Claw.
He lost. So what? They can just shed a claw.
Yeah, it'd be no different than if your eye lost a fingernail.
So they're a little bit reptilian. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Jay, if you want to watch along, the pinned comment will take you to the theater. Oldie but a goodie. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Man, Kapla Gorilla. Though I fell asleep. No problem, Gorilla.
Remember that little conversation we had about whether or not I should consider showering tomorrow morning for work?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a detriment. I'm going to work filthy tomorrow. Hey, Gorilla.
That can be a good thing.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. I have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. You know how much I hate walking past the bar that it's still open to go to the train?
They're actually doing a pretty good job of making you believe they're actually a lot deeper than they really are.
Yeah, it looks like they're totally underwater. This is probably 4 feet of water. You could probably damn near stand up in this. Damn, who's in charge of stunt coordination? Alec Baldwin? They don't fucking care about this guy.
Yeah. He took a lot of risks.
For people to, like, ignore him while they're trying to grab boobs at a drive-in, it's a heavy price to pay. Can you imagine the pep talk they had to give him?
Hopefully involved is saying that if you make it through this, you're going to get a whole stack of cash.
I think it was more like you can watch her change. We've set up a two-way mirror in your dressing room so that you can actually watch her change too, since you might die. Your salary, since you won't live to tell anyone. Whoa! That's quite controversial, Germ. What happened to capture and study? I'm going to guess he's going up. No, the bubbles are moving the wrong way. Wow.
They had to change the location of the spear, but that's okay. It originally hit him in the chest, so he could...
It moved to his hip.
Yeah. Because it was actually a pretty good shot. He was holding on to the spear, and he just twists backwards and puts it in his own chest. And they move it to his hip.
If they had spent a little more on CGI, they could have had a better shot. But you know these 1950s movies.
Yeah.
So he tried to kill it. So I tried to kill it. Senor, I dipped my cigarette in the photographic fluids before, and I feel quite lofty now.
He's definitely smoking something more than just tobacco.
Listen, don't quote me and don't try this, but I think if you dip that cigarette in those photographic chemicals, you'll have, like, you'll have taken the lazy route to making angel dust.
He sure does like killing Brazilians.
Well, we can't go killing the white people, Germ. And by the way, could they give a fuck about their own buddies who died earlier in this movie? Apparently never checked on them.
Rico Browning, who played Gilman, here was also the underwater scenes director in Thunderball.
It's about 6 years later. That makes sense.
Glad to see he moved up in the world after this. Of course, he remembers the past. You just shot him an hour ago.
Germ, sir. I won't have to leave my home until the sun comes up tomorrow. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
I've been working a lot these last few weeks. When was the last time I actually got to leave after the sun rose?
I can't remember a time.
What's the deal? Why are all the fish dead?
They used the
Explosives?
poison to try to get Gilman.
That's not going to work on him. At least they very wisely borrowed some guns from the Western that was filming on the next lot, right?
Yeah.
I don't truly understand why he threw the Alka-Seltzer into the water.
That's the poison.
It's okay. It's not reverse poison. It's poison. But by definition, lagoons are extremely large. I guess the idea is poison the water near the boat so he stays away.
Stays away where he floats to the surface and they can capture him.
Wow, Germ. I think it's very important that we make note of this. We sit here watching this on the 48th anniversary of Richard Carlson's death, sir.
Wow, he died young.
No, he did not die young. He lived from 19. Well, yeah, he died young for by our standards, but he had a full life expectancy for a guy born in fucking 1912. 1912 to 1977, is that 55? That's 65 years?
Somewhere about that.
I'm going to guess he smoked. Oh, he's also in It Came From Outer Space. This guy had a huge 1953 and 4. He acts right to the end, Germ.
Good for him.
And his agent. Oh, God. Germ, I'm really sorry. I forgot. You're used to watching movies with other people. Let me see if I can make you feel more at home. So anyway, I would do that woman. I would have sex with her, even though she's been of age for some time, and she won't be old for a while. But I guess she's old now.
Yeah, Julie Adams actually hanged on for quite a while. She didn't die until 2019.
Can I finish? I was talking about how hot she was, and now I have no chance. Thanks a lot, Germ.
She was 93 years old.
God bless her. That's a triumph. You know what? She stayed well away from the secondhand smoke that those guys were generating. She outlived her co-star by like 34 years. Germ, am I crazy to say this is we're seeing right here why like an example of the reason why people like our age and older only had grandmothers?
Yeah, that lifestyle was not great.
He's ready for a cigarette and a fucking glass of bourbon right here. How can they be so sure that's him? Whoa! He looks really cool on land.
Great job with the gills.
He's a giant lungfish. He has 6 fingers, I think. Does he have 12 fingers or only 10? This thing just shot off shook off the sphere that they shot into it, or is this another one?
The same one. He's just after the girl.
He fainted from not being in the water? I would John Wick the Gill Man. How about you, Jerm?
That would be smart.
Oh, what you're saying is their monster movie status prohibits them from having any good ideas.
Well, if they took him out, where's his big revenge scene in the end? Yeah, he wanted to do worse to you.
I've heard dolphins are guilty of that a lot. Have you ever heard that story?
Oh yeah, dolphins are horny little perverts.
They're the therapists of the sea. I might have said that too fast, but that's for the better good. What's weird is that none of these people made it into Star Trek.
Well, it is a feature film, but more than 10 years before Star Trek.
The thing is, they're perfect for like mad scientist, old guy on the planet who's smart.
Probably a little bit outside of the budget.
They were pretty big stars. But then again, Commodore Decker was a pretty big star. By the way, based on my tweets, Grok has said that I'm a perfect match for Commodore Matt Decker in my outlook and attitude. I asked it what 66 to 05 Starfleet officer I was most like. I don't know why they would think I was an unreasonable driven fanatic. That actor was glad to get that breath of air. You could kind of see his face in there. Wow, did they ever do a great job of hiding his face, too? No, our boy Richard Denning, he doesn't do quite as much work, but he works right up to 1982. He's in Hawaii Five-0 as the governor for the whole run of the show, Jerm. 12 years.
Oh, nice.
When Indiana Jones said he was a love scientist, Willie hit him. Can I just be honest? I'd be strapping around this fucking monster. Why bother? This thing
he had to do a double take there to hit the lamp.
This is a dangerous fucking stunt. He had to jump in the water.
Hopefully there's a couple guys down there waiting for him.
Oh, as soon as he made it a few feet, he jumped out like that. He jumped right out of the water and tore that burning mask off. This is an insane movie. How do they not kill anyone? This movie's messed up. I'm gonna have nightmares about what happened to the cast. What are they talking about? Did the creature fuck him up or did he burn?
No, the creature got him.
That creature has shaken off a machete blow, being set on fire, being shot with a spear gun, and being set on fire again. Why not just leave at this point, Germ? Right? Did they ever figure out the guys they left behind got killed by this fucking thing?
I think they made it that far, yeah. Surprisingly enough, there was only one minor injury while filming this.
Yeah, who was it?
Julia Adams suffered a minor head injury when Ben Chaplin, who played the creature at the time, scraped her head against a cave wall
That was
because
not a
he couldn't
minor
see where he
injury.
was going.
That was not a minor injury. They lied to their asses off about it, and she almost died because she probably damn near passed out. We'll see it. They probably have to use it. This movie's so short. This is a fucking wildly good movie, though. I mean, if they had killed 10 or 12 people, it still would have been worth it. I'm just glad no one died, and I can't believe it. Do you think maybe they covered it up?
If they did a damn good job.
This looks so much more dangerous than the Twilight Zone movie.
Even though the injury was not serious, the studio played it up for publicity sakes and had her take photos.
Why would they help her in her own lawsuit against them? Or I guess she wanted to work, right? So. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, Julia Lawrence made it to 2019. And she was acting up until 2018, Germ. Germ, her last acting credit is 2018. How sad is that? She was 92 years old. She still had to work.
Well, hopefully it's by choice.
She hadn't worked since 2011 till that point. I think she really needed money. She played Grandma in Lucky Southern Star. She's also was in Cold Case. Lost. She's in Lost. Sliders, Germ. She's old Maggie Beckett in Sliders.
No, at least she did something good.
She's in Beverly Hills 90210 too. That's a great show. She's in Quincy. That's another great show. She's in Vegas. Dude, she's in The Incredible Hulk. She's in like one cult movie after another. Fucking Medical Center. Ellery Queen. She's in the Twilight Zone reboot Night Gallery. The show didn't work out, but she's in The Girl from Uncle. Damn, what a career.
He should listen to his boss.
That might be workplace harassment, but I kind of agree. As best I can figure, there's a boat that's a set and a boat that's a boat. And this is the boat that's a set. And now we're back in Florida. They didn't double anybody, did they, these crazy motherfuckers? They made their actor swim through that mess.
Well, back then the actors actually had physical ability.
I guess
And
that's what
probably
he
no
was
union
for, yeah.
contract.
You think he was a good actor by the time he died in 1977, or do you think he stayed like mediocre his whole career?
No, after that long, he
Whoa!
well.
You know what? That effect was pretty cool. However, they managed to do it. I don't know how. What did they rip back a hose filled with air as fast as they can to leave a trail of bubbles?
Probably a real spear gun.
No, it shot right past him. Or what do you mean? You just charged it towards him without it being loaded?
Yeah.
Well, that's just going to end up moving to his hip. This is the most insanely filmed movie I have ever seen in my fucking life. Guess they don't bleed, huh? Whoa.
I guess not.
He's punking him pretty bad. If he drags him to the bottom, he'll still have a scuba tank, though. What's his plan? I guess the gill man doesn't understand the technology, huh?
Probably not.
I really hope this debris is further apart than it looks like in the movie. By the way, this water they had to roll around in, do you know how disgusting it is? Do you know what this would look like if this movie was in color? That thing's self-reloaded. The time to shoot him might have been when the spear gun was right up against him. All right, It's not perfect
Yeah, he
because it
has a
was so
lot of ammo in
insane.
that sphere gun.
It wasn't perfect because this fucking shoot is completely insane. So, I mean, I'm not going to pick nits. This is insane. You know, you can help him out. It's okay. If we simply leave, everything will be fine. I mean, for God's sake, you've macheted this thing, you've set it on fire twice, you spear gunned it twice. What makes you think you have what it takes to take this thing out is my only problem.
Oh, when all else fails, go to chemical warfare.
Isn't he the one who wanted to keep it alive at all costs, too?
That was before.
Now he's vengeful. What will killing this gain them?
They could leave.
What do you mean? They can't just leave anyway?
Every time they try to clear the passageway, Gilman attacks.
They couldn't find like real Mexican people to do a decent South American accent. She's right there. What do you mean? Oh, the winch in the boat.
You think somebody would be watching?
Yeah, like this thing has been so goddamn aggressive for like 2 straight days of like nonstop attacks. If she just could scream a little faster rather than having the initial moment of being stunned. You know what? It would be funny if he slapped her head against a cave wall, Germ.
Yeah.
Is this where it happens, you think? Did we miss it?
Somewhere along this.
Oh, this probably was right here. So they went to a real fucking cave. It's not paper mache rocks. These people are insane. This is a set. No, okay. This is a set. The Gill Man lives in harmony with nature, Germ.
Yeah. Nature and a whole bunch of rocks.
That was his mistake. She's smoking hot. You know,
I think they did a good job editing out her getting her head hit on the rock.
I think it happened underwater. I don't think it happened in that set. I don't think there were any real rocks in there. Or by scraped her head in a cave, they meant a paper mache rock, and it really was as minor as you said. Like, we've shot him up enough. He'll let us leave now. Like, what makes him think he won't rapidly heal again? He's like impervious to pain. He's been set on fire, shot like 11 times, macheted.
I guess they finished him off.
I guess. Real small cast. Germ, that was a great movie, sir.
Yeah, classic.
This is as good as that Godzilla, the first one. This might actually be better than any of the Godzilla movies.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I mean, I really liked it.
Yeah, it is very good.
This movie should definitely be considered a classic.
Yeah. That's why it is the original American monster movie. Because Dracula and Mummy and all that is way too old. This was more of an original idea.
It was a very original idea. It was a very interesting idea. The suit was great. Like no creature from the Black Lagoon, no predator, and no alien. This is like the proto DNA of that idea.
Yeah.
The makeup was incredible. The effects, there were none. They put this makeup on this guy and threw him into a fucking swamp. It's insane. How did no one die?
Yeah, it's a minor miracle.
Yeah.
Underwater filming was very, very high tech for the time, and they did a great job with it.
Absolutely. It was something else.
What you got coming up?
Well, let's see. Tomorrow, I have this thing called work, but I might be home in time to do my show, but it's all contingent on the work on Wednesday. So the next time I think I know for sure I'll be around probably Thursday night, depending upon how shot I am. So it'll be based on your availability. And since it's Thursday, we'll do a combination of Landman, like predictions and Enterprise teas, because we've got our two biggest things in season, and we're gonna back off the Hollywood news for a little while.
I don't think there's going to be very much of it, considering it is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on. The whole industry is going to shut down for a little while and think things over. But that means, by the time we get back, like, it's very well set up for our Paramount people to be, directed by the new owners from Oracle. And I expect full speed ahead on the Star Trek project. Everything we hear about that is they're going to have that movie inside of like 18 months to 24 months from right now. They want that movie.
Yeah, the quicker to wash away the whole Kurtzman taste in their mouth.
It's the reverse of what people said they wanted, but the thing is, it can only be better. They know exactly what people hate, and I think that they will probably have an okay. I don't think it'll be great. I think the first movie will be okay. It won't suck. That's. I think it'll be the best Star Trek movie since Star Trek 6, and we'll probably be willing to call it Star Trek with the jury still out. I don't think these guys can deliver a slam dunk movie one. Their Spider-Man movie wasn't bad. Did you see Homecoming?
Yeah.
So it's a damaged IP because of what Disney did to the Spider-Man story, right? And they still managed to extract a good story from it. And even though they were working with Spider-Man, he wasn't the Peter Parker we knew. So we'll have a ship, i.e. Canvas a city for which a superhero to be on, a captain's ship. And then our captain, well, I mean, we just have to find somebody who can play a believable person who would act like Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man sort of proves you can have like a totally ill-suited Peter Parker and still pull it off. So if you keep enough the same, if he's still Spider-Man, if he acts like Spider-Man, if this is still Star Trek, if they act like Star Trek, these new characters, like, we're not getting new Kirk, we're not getting new Spock, we're getting all new characters, and it's the right thing to do. And if they place it after the end of Nemesis or after the final act of when in on Stardate all good things would end for Picard dying of Eurymonic syndrome, that's fine with me. That's about when they need to be. After the end of Deep Space Nine and after the last TNG movie. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best time frame for it.
Do you want a prequel at all?
Oh, hell no. Anything earlier than TNG would be a disaster.
Although you know what would be ideal? A movie on the terms we discussed while the TV side of the franchise recovers with Trek United.
Yeah, that could work.
But not in a streaming form, like 4 movies a year, 90 minutes each. Let them make
something like
the
that.
equivalent of... Yeah, you know what? Just tell them this is the equivalent of making 16 episodes, a lot less than you used to do.
Yeah. But,
So yeah, I'll be back probably Thursday night. But if I'm not, if I'm around Tuesday, I'm around. I'm looking forward to it. But I wish everybody from the Kaiju community a happy Thanksgiving. Eat that big, Velociraptor.
Yep. We'll be back Wednesday for the Random Rant Roundtable. And then again for Saturday for the Saving Star Trek pre-show.
I've been avoiding all news and information so I could be as stupid as always for Wednesday.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Take care.
Bye.